get back into it this month. I think I skipped the last month or two, and I think over the next couple of months I'm going to have some new and different favourites to show you, so excited for this video. Not a lot of actual physical things to hold up and show you, but nonetheless, let's get started. So shall we start with sort of the one beauty item? As far as makeup goes, you know, I'm pretty much the same. I've not been wearing too many different lip products, so really the only thing that's not even really been new, but I've just been using a lot and I've nearly finished, is hand cream. And I put this in my pocket of my work tunic and I put it on at least once every day. I'd say this has probably lasted me just over a month, I want to say. This is by the Body Shop. This is the vanilla pumpkin scent. You can't get this scent anymore, but it is how many mils? 30 mils. It's cruelty free. I'm not sure if it's vegan, but yeah, it's by the Body Shop and I think it was a couple of pounds. I got it in a sale, so I'm not quite sure what they are normally. This one is just really nice, that vanilla-y scent with like a hint of spice. I really like it, and I've got a couple of other ones from the Body Shop. As far as sort of normal scents, the mango one's really nice, as well as the satsuma fragrance. So I really like these. I find like that a little goes a long way, and yeah, it lasts me quite well, and it just helps to keep my hands not from dry, because obviously I do a lot of cleaning at work. I'm always using my hands at work, and I'm using a lot of antibacterial, so this is essential. The next two items are jewellery pieces, and I mentioned them in my last haul video. It's the jewellery that I got from Topshop. I can't quite remember what the brand of it was, so I will leave a little annotation. I'll go back to my last video and have a look. But these are sterling silver items that I got from Topshop. It was at one of their concessions in Oxford Street, so I'm not quite sure if you'll be able to find it online. If I can, I'll link it down below. But they're about £20 each. And the first one is these earrings, and I've been wearing these every day. They're just very small little hoops with some little diamonds in them. And I really like them. I find I can leave them in to shower, to sleep in. They're quite comfortable. And then the other one is this necklace, which is along the same lines. Just very simple, and obviously I don't wear it to work. I don't think we're supposed to be wearing necklaces to work, but I just don't anyway. But again, it's a piece I feel you could sleep in, you could leave on. And it's just one of those everyday pieces you can wear. So those have been my beauty favourites, so I will move on to books. And I'm gonna start doing, I think, a monthly sort of recap on the books that I've read, just because I wanna do more book videos on this channel, and I don't always want to do a specific dedicated video to one book, so I think that will be a good compromise. So I will show you the two books that I enjoyed reading in February. The first one was Our House by Louise Candlish, and this is about a woman who, she's in the process of separating from her husband, and she comes home one day from a little trip out, like a weekend away, and finds that another couple are moving into a house, and it spirals between the present day, her walking up the street finding these people moving in, and the time leading up to those events, how her marriage progressed, and what was the reason, you know, behind it, how's it happened. They think it's down to her becoming ex-husband. He can't be contacted, and those bits you find on very early on in the book, and I really enjoyed this. It kept me gripped. It was slightly different from the usual thrillers I read, and I really liked how the story progressed. You got not only from the main person Fee, but you got also the side of her husband Bram, and he sort of does like a Word document layout as if like he's typing up his whole experience and his point of view, and I really enjoyed it. It covers a lot of different things, but I don't want to spoil it too much, and I believe I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. So the other book I really enjoyed reading in the month of February was Murder, She Wrote, and this is Majoring in Murder. This is based off the TV series that happened in the late 90s, I want to say, which has Angela Lansbury in it, and I picked this up when we were in London and I really enjoyed this, and I'd like to read a few others. So this book is about a murder mystery writer called Jessica Fletcher, played by Angela Lansbury, and in this particular one she is called to a university to go and sort of be a guest teacher for a term and teach students about murder mystery writing. And at the start of the book she ends up being caught up in a tornado, sort of like a freak tornado. They've not had one for decades, and it unveils that during this tornado one of the professors ends up dying in this tornado. Obviously it's suspected as just being, you know, an accident, but Jessica Fletcher obviously thinks differently. She thinks it was a murder, and it goes through them trying to discover what really happened to him. I really liked it. If you like books set on like a college campus, this is a good one for you, and I just quite liked her character, and I'd be interested to read more books in this series. Next I will move on to clothing. I've got sort of two pieces and two accessories, so I'll start with the accessories. The first one is this scarf, and I wore this when we were in London and I love it. I love this scarf. It's like a cotton, not even like a very thin cotton, like chiffon material, and look at this. It's got raccoons on it. It's like this sort of Aztec geometric print. It's primarily grey, but it's got a hint of that yellow. Usually I would never pick up yellow, but it's just gorgeous. And it's just like a circle scarf, and it's just nice and light, and it's something to add to an outfit. It kept me warm, but like when we were walking around the shops I wasn't too hot, and I really like this. This was actually gifted to me for Christmas. I got it as a late Christmas present. I don't know where she got it, but if I can try and find it I will link it down below. The other one is this tote bag, and this is my Always More tote bag from the movement Always More, and it says always believe in the more that is within you. I've just been keeping this in my work bag, and then also taking it out when we go shopping, things like that, and it folds up really nice and small. And you know, I always try to take reusable bags wherever I go, and I really like this one, and I like the brand and what it stands for behind it. If you've not heard me talk about Always More before, and Audrey Roloff and her sort of campaign for it, then I'll try and leave some information down below, but you've probably heard me talk about it before. Moving on quite swiftly from that are my two clothing items, which are also from the Always More shop. I've been wearing these so much over the past couple of months. I sort of had to get through that not wanting to wear them because I want to keep them nice, and now I now have to wear them. They aren't particularly cheap, but I think the quality you can't really beat so far as to what I've experienced. Obviously I live in the UK, so I had to pay extra for shipping and customs, which was a bummer, but I love these and I really want to order some more pieces. So this is the grey Always More long sleeve top, and I love this. I love how it's long sleeve but it's loose fitting. I got this in a small, and it actually says in there as well, always believe in the more that is within you. And so that's the grey, but it's almost like a bluey grey. It's coming up pretty true on camera, but if I show you my next thing you will see it's more grey. So my next one is this sweatshirt, and it's the Always More sweatshirt in the blue colour. So when I hold them together, this looks like sort of just a very pale blue, and it is that sort of pale blue colour. This is the sweatshirt. I absolutely love it. Let me just fold this up, and I will show you the sweatshirt. I really want to get one of the Sherpas. I was putting it off for so long, and now I think I really want to get one. So this is it. Again, this is a colour small, I believe, and the actual jumper itself is made by Comfort Colours, and like I said, this is the blue one. I love how it's a little bit oversized. I like to roll up the sleeves and it's super soft on the inside. I'm actually going away for the weekend, so I'm probably taking these with me, and I love wearing them. They're simple, they're comfortable, but I love the brand and the meaning behind it. So those were my clothing favourites. And I believe that's all of the physical things I have to show you, so I will talk about social media, TV shows, that sort of thing. I have a lot of YouTube favourites this month. The first one is Stella Connolly, who you may know better as Fly with Stella. She is a air hostess, but she's recently started up a more sort of like a personal channel as opposed to vlogs, about luxury items, beauty, that sort of thing. And I really liked when she did those videos, so I'm glad she's sort of opened up this new channel, and I've been watching her videos this month. The second one I've been following is an OG YouTube original, and that is Elle Fowler. She recently made a comeback on YouTube. I've been following her on her social media throughout her sort of time away, her pregnancy and having her baby, and now she's coming back. She's doing some decluttering videos at the moment, which obviously are super popular, and I love watching them. I think she's doing a glitterature, which are book reviews, which I used to love. So I'm really excited to see her back and see her in this sort of new chapter in her life and being more of a mother and like a home organising side of things. The next one is Sarah from Our Tribe of Many. She is a mum who has 9 kids, I believe. I believe she has 9 kids. She is a stay-at-home mum and wife, and she homeschools the kids whilst raising 9 kids. Can you believe? Her husband also obviously helps out. He is a pastor and works at the church a lot. They both do things with the church, and I've really enjoyed watching their videos. I started watching somehow when she went and seeing all the food she gets monthly for her family, and I just love watching big families. I've been watching her, I've been watching the Radford family, which is a British family. If you're in Britain, you know about the 21 kids and counting family. They literally have like 20 kids, and they've just gone on holiday to Florida, so I've been watching their vlogs as well. I just love seeing big families and mixed families, people that have adopted and different reasons, and so yeah, I've been enjoying her channel. And then I've also been enjoying Ashley from Joyful Chaos. She really interests me. She is religious, but she is a Torah reading Christian. So she reads the Torah, which is, you would think, primarily for Jewish people, but she associates herself as being Christian, yet she follows, you know, Hanukkah, Passover. She was raised Christian. Her sister is Christian, and I just find that dynamic really interesting to watch. And I also have been watching their sister show. It's called The Sister Show, and they did a season of episodes, and I really enjoyed watching them too, and I like their dynamic and the topics that they cover. So I'll move on to TV favourites next. The first one has been a bit of an oldie but a goodie, and that is The Lucy Show. If you've been around my channel for a while, then you know that I love Lucy and Lucille Ball, and recently I've been re-watching episodes of The Lucy Show on YouTube. I just love them. I find them really quite relaxing, and it's one of those that I can put on. I don't particularly have to concentrate hard to listen to. It's funny, it's light-hearted. I particularly like the one where they put in a shower, the one that they put up TV aerial. There's one about like monsters, that's quite funny at the moment, about getting an electric mattress. Those are sort of my top ones, if you can find them on YouTube. I'll try and link them down below. The second one has been Dancing on Ice. If you're in the UK, you know what Dancing on Ice is, and it's sort of been a staple for our Sunday evenings, is getting everything sorted so we can sit down and watch Dancing on Ice for 6 o'clock. It's basically celebrities dancing on ice, and either doing great or being really bad at it. And then the third one, I don't know if I mentioned before, but it's been Death in Paradise. It's kind of like a murder mystery show, but it's set in the Caribbean. I love this show. It's sort of light-hearted, quite funny. I like the characters. They've included some new characters this season, and we've said goodbye to some other characters. But I've really enjoyed the storyline and the plot lines, and me and Darren really like the show. So obviously us going to London has been a favourite this month. We went for sort of Darren's birthday weekend. That was really nice to eat some nice food, enjoy each other's company for a long weekend. So that was really nice, and if you've not watched my haul video from that, again I'll link it down below. And then the final thing I want to talk about is a podcast which I think I might have mentioned before, and that's the Behind the Scenes podcast by Jeremy and Audrey Roloff. I do talk about them quite a lot and everything they do because I love them. I just love what they stand for. I think they're great people. Can I say they're my idols? I don't know, but as a couple I've just followed them for years, and their Behind the Scenes podcast I've recently got back into the past couple of weeks. Me and Darren used to listen to it together, but we sort of have split ways with that, so I just listen to it on my own, mostly to and from work, and I've really been enjoying it. I'm slowly starting to catch up through them. I think I've only got a couple of episodes more until I'm up to date, but yeah, again, if you want to find them, they're on iTunes and other places you can find podcasts. So those were my favourites for this month. I hope you enjoyed this video. I think there's going to be some really interesting favourites for next month, some new purchases. So yes, I will catch you in my next one. Bye guys!